Confuses people.
Listen. There's not a business plan in the world where it ends with, you really can't make any money with this. Every single one of them, you can make a lot of money. Am I right? It's the concept that instills the belief that you can make money.
Exactly.
You got to understand this.
Exactly. Okay. This concept is very critical. This is how every single person in our business shows the concept this way. We never show the full MPCP at a 2-to-1. Why? Because they get confused. They don't know what the heck's going on. So you show the concept. The concept makes a lot of sense. Okay. So what the concept is very simple. Squared, right? Shop.com/Kevin. I'm gonna use Kevin, right? Prospected him. Kevin. So Kevin, this is your business. What is the key factors about your business? We're partnered with Microsoft and we're partnered with Google. Right away, their eyes light up. Right? Right away, their eyes light up. These are two partners that we're partnered with. Exclusive. We have 3,000 exclusive partners to our products, which we already showed. Just for you guys to understand, the 2-to-1 process that we do is we sit down, we pick their brain for a second, about 5-10 minutes, right? We either show the 45-year plan, the short version, or the cash flow quadrant. Then we show the product that we have. After they get the business mindset, we show our business, which is the web portal. We have the product, this is what we have to offer. Then we show the concept. That's the exact process we do it. So you guys understand that process? Okay? So then after you show the web portal, then you get to this. Exclusively 3,000 products and services. Partner stores. 4,000 partner stores. Stores like Home Depot, Walmart, Express, Victoria's Secret, all these different stores. Right? Other things you can do on here. Email, social network, blog. This is a web portal, not a website. Other things, but the most important thing, the cashback program. Paying people cash back to buy things they're already buying. Your own Amazon on a box, right? Your own piece of internet real estate. This is your business. So how does it work? Where does the money come from? How do we get paid? Okay? A customer. Let's think about it. A customer. Let's say they go to Reebok and spend $100. If a customer right now goes to Finish Line, goes to Foot Locker, goes to any store and buys something from Reebok and spends $100, what do they get? Nothing. They get a pair of sneakers. Right? That's all they get. A pair of sneakers. But if they go to your web portal, what do they get? They get paid. Right? So all you have to do is change their mindset. You say, instead of just going to Reebok.com, come to my website. I'm going to pay you to shop. Who's going to be a fool and not do that? They go to your website. They spend $100 at Reebok. Partner store, 7% cash back. They just got paid $7 for doing the same exact thing they're already doing. So now you're explaining this to them. All right, Kevin, the customer's coming, right? Your customer, now you're getting paid for this. Now you're getting paid in 2 different ways. The customer's happy they're getting paid $7. But why is Kevin happy? Why is Kevin happy that this person bought something from his business? He's happy because he's getting paid in 2 ways, right? The first way, let's say, hypothetical, 10% IBV. He gets a 10% IBV in his bank account. What's IBV? Internet business volume. Think about it like this. You guys ever used a credit card before and get rewards points? Right? You know when you get your rewards points, you get a free flight, you get a toaster, you get something stupid, right? These points right here is going to give you commission checks, anywhere from $300 to $3,600 when it fills up to a certain amount. That's all you have to tell them. Don't go in detail, 12 and 12, don't gotta go in all of that. 10% goes into your account. I'm gonna teach you how you get points from other people's rewards points, for other people's credit cards. I'm gonna teach you how the points build up. The second way you're getting paid is a 0.5% cash back from referral because you referred them to shop. Okay? Now you're looking at this dumbfounded. You're thinking, where does the money come from to pay Kevin, and where does the money come from to pay your customer cash back? Where's the money come from? The money comes from this guy, from Reebok. The advertising. Customers, business partners have to understand where money's coming from. If they don't understand, why would they become a business partner? So customer advertising. How does Reebok advertise on a yearly basis to get people to come shop? Commercials, billboards, right? Ads, all different types of things. Spending hundreds of millions of dollars in advertising. Let's say all of us in here, we hate Reebok, right? If we see a Reebok billboard, does that mean we're going to go buy Reeboks? No. Kevin does not buy Reeboks. He buys Gator shoes. Right? Snakeskin shoes, that's what he buys. Let's say that me and Kevin are watching the Victoria's Secret commercial. We're going to leave the commercial on because it's a really good commercial. But we're not going to go buy, well, maybe Kevin. We're not going to go buy right? We're not going to do that. We're not going to go buy it, but did Victoria's Secret still have to pay for advertising? Did Reebok still have to pay for advertising? What did you just do for Reebok? You guaranteed them a sale. Reebok before was advertising first, hoping a customer would come. What you just did for Reebok is you got the customer there for Reebok first. Now they can be the advertising after. Does that make sense, guys? So what happens is that Reebok says, since you guaranteed me a $100 sale, I'm going to pay $15 in advertising to shop.com. What shop.com does is take $7, gives it to the customer to keep them a repetitive customer. There's $8 left. Out of the $8, they break it down into a point system, a 0.5% cash back, and the shop.com, which is a franchise, Market America, of course they have to keep a piece of the pie. McDonald's is not going to do it for free. Every business has to get a piece of the pie. Does that make sense to everyone? Now you know. Now you know exactly. Now, if you're sitting with a college student, a business major, and you're showing this to them, you think they understand this? Do you think this is better than showing banks and points and all these different things? This is a lot better. They understand it a lot better than you show them the second way, right? Let's say someone spends $100 on exclusives. Explain the same exact thing, same exact way. You explain it just like this, same thing. The only thing different, though, is that instead of just getting 10%, right, you're going to get 85% business volume. So these points goes into a separate bank account. This bank right here is IBV, Home Depot, Walmart, Macy's. This bank right here, Motives, Isotonics. You already explained the products while you were showing the web portal. So they understand the two different bank accounts, right? Since it's all exclusives, you can also get higher cash back, right? You use the highest promotion going on right now. Like Motives right now, 15% cash back, okay. $100 on makeup, they're going to get paid $15 for making a purchase they're already going to make. Right? 85% BV. Which banks do you think is going to fill up faster? This one. You have to spend over $800 here just to create 85 points here. So you explain that to them. Second way you're getting paid, you still get the 0.5% cash back, right? But then you get paid a third way. Since these are exclusives, do you think McDonald's, do you think they buy Big Macs for $5 and sell it for $5? No, they buy it for $1 and they sell it for $5, right? You have to make a retail profit. You also make a retail, 30 to 100% retail. Dang, and that's the concept right here. You show how the business kind of works. Then you get into expanding. Then you explain to them, Kevin, you like what you see so far? Everything's good so far? But if you had to do this every single day by yourself, taking care of every customer, running out, getting every customer, it just becomes another job to you. It just becomes another 9 to 5, right? So we have to bring in the Ray Kroc method. You guys know who Ray Kroc is? The guy that started McDonald's. The guy that started McDonald's. He believed in leveraging. We showed you the cash flow quadrant earlier. Big business, leveraging, right? You don't want to do this by yourself. You don't want to just have your customer base. You want customer bases from all over the place, so you expand with partners. What did Ray Kroc believe? Ray Kroc believed that he had a McDonald's here in Orange County, right? He wanted customers in New York. Customers in New York are never going to jump in a plane and fly to Orange County and buy a burger. And if he did open up a business in New York, he's not going to be able to fly back and forth and run both of them. If he hired a manager, his manager is going to run his business to the ground because they're not financially invested into it. So he has to do what? Get partners to run the McDonald's. They get to keep the bulk of the money, but he gets a royalty from it. That's exactly what happens with your business. So you expand your franchise to 2 other franchises. So Kevin expands it to Amber. And let's say Min Lu. You're a lucky guy. Amber and Min Lu. They own the same exact shop.com as Kevin. Everything's exactly the same. Why? Because it's an internet franchise. Right? It's an internet franchise. All franchises are the same. The only difference between this business and Kevin's business is what? Amber has different customer base. Min Lu has different customer base. They say that Amber generates 5,000 business volume in her business. Min Lu generates 6,000 business volume in her business. And then you ask Kevin a simple question. Kevin, this is your franchise. You're Ray Kroc. You expanded this business to Amber and Min Lu. So you deserve a royalty, obviously. You taught them, you trained them, right? You obviously deserve a royalty. So they generated 5,000 volume. They get it. They get credit for it. You don't know their customers. Their customers never heard of you, never met you. But you're going to get 30% of their volume. Would you be okay with 30%? Heck yeah, you'd be okay with 30%. You lowball them. Right? When you're showing you lowball them. You know what the average royalty of a franchise is? 8 to 13%. So 30% is high for them. Would you be happy with 30% of their volume and you do no work? Of course you'd be happy with that. How about 50? 50 is good? How about 75? Guess what? You get 100%. Now they go crazy. Now they can't. Wait, what? 100%? 100%? You get 100% volume. Meaning what? 5,000 goes to Amber, goes up. 5,000 goes to Kevin. 6,000 goes to Minlu, goes up. 6,000 goes to Kevin. In this company, when you hit 5,000 or 5,000 in your business, guess what happens? You just got a $1,500 check. Guess what just happened? You just showed them the first phase of growing this business, and you didn't have to draw banks. You didn't have to talk about recruiting, prospecting. You didn't talk about any of that. You talked about expanding your franchise and how you collect royalties. Does that sound like a business? Yes. Does this seem like easier to show somebody sitting down than drawing out the whole MPCP? Yes. Right? Then you do the same exact thing with Amber and Minlu. Guess what Amber and Minlu is going to do? Same exact thing. Amber says, I want to grow my business too. I like Kevin, but that guy's on vacation too much. He's getting too much royalties from our business. So we grow it, let's say to Phil, to Brett, to Steve, and to Mary. Right? All these different people. So Phil, let's say Phil generates 5,000. Let's say Brett generates 0. Steve generates 2,500. He does it part-time. Mary generates 2,500. So all these people generate business volume. You guys see this so far? Right? Obviously, since Amber and Minlu introduced these guys, they get 100%, just like Kevin gets 100% here. But since, Kevin, they're 2 businesses away from you, it's impossible for you to get 100% again. It wouldn't work, right? But if you got 50% off of these guys that live in Texas, that live in New York, that live in Miami, that live in Florida, that live in Arizona, if you got 50% of these guys, would you still be happy? You don't know them. You're ecstatic. Of course they'll be happy with it. But guess what, Kevin? You still get 100%. Meaning what? This 5,000 goes to Phil, goes up to Amber. You just got another 5,000 in your bank account. 0 from Brett. Obviously, you're getting 0. He's lazy. Of course, there's going to be lazy people not doing anything. 2,500, 2,500. Minlu gets 5,000. Kevin gets another 5,000. Guess what Kevin just happened to Kevin next week? He got another $1,500 check for the week. From their business volume, and Kevin never met them a day in their life. It doesn't matter if it's 2 businesses, 3 businesses, 1,000 businesses. It doesn't matter if it's 1 business volume or 1,000,000 business volume. You will always get 100% of any business volume that comes up within your company, within your organization, within your business. How's that sound? Good? Sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Then they're going to look at you like you're crazy, because that's what's going to happen. When you get to this part, they look at you like you're crazy. So then you explain to them, all right, Kevin, you're a smart guy. I know you're looking at me like you're crazy, like I'm crazy. How is this possible? How can 100% constantly go up? This is the key thing you have to explain to them while showing this. The key thing. Every time we show this to any business major, any CEO, that because their parents are CEOs, they wanted to look at it, this was the deal breaker. This exact part I'm about to show right now. After you show them this, they don't believe it 100%. This is the reason we're able to do 100%. All right, Kevin? Kevin already knows. Your business, Kevin, is capped out. You can only make a certain amount. It's capped out. The most you can ever make, all right, Kevin, is $3,600 on a weekly basis. Ever, that's the most you can ever make. How much is $3,600 a week? That's about $14,400 a month, $187,200 a year. And that's the most your business can ever make, Kevin. It doesn't matter if you have 1,000,000 business volume. It doesn't matter if you have 5 and 5. This is the most you can ever make. Let me explain myself a little in depth so you can understand. Okay? Right now you have about 50 people here. You think 5 years from now you're going to have 50 people here? No, 5 years from now you're going to have 500 people. If there's 500 people, they're going to generate a lot more than 5 and 5. Let's say this week you generate 20,000 business volume and 20,000 business volume. In a traditional business, like a restaurant, if you sold 5,000 burgers, you're going to get paid a certain amount. If you sold 20,000, you should get 4 times that amount, right? But in this business, did you sell every single burger? Every single burger? All 500 people each sold 1 burger. Each person did a little bit. So do you think it's fair that Kevin gets all the credit at the top? No. It's not fair. So what happens is that, Kevin, they're nice. The company is nice. They say, we'll pay you the 5 and 5. There's 15,000 left over. 15,000 left over. But any leftover business volume, doesn't matter how much it is, flushes away to 0. And the company now has the room to use this leftover business volume to help pay all individuals at the bottom. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
This is where the 100% comes in. Now all the business students, all the CEOs, everyone that's business-minded looks at this, now it makes sense. Now it's not one of those things. Now this makes complete sense to me, right? And then after you do this, so do you understand everything so far?
Yes.
There's actually ways to make more money in this business, but you should come out to a business presentation and check it out. You should come out to a business presentation and check it out. After you show them this, you do the closing. This is the closing that you should do at every single 2-to-1. So you show the short version of the 45. You show the cash flow. You pick one. Don't waste too much time. We want to finish this in an hour. Right? Either the cash flow or the short version of the 45. Right into the web portal. Right into this. And then you close with this every single time. Okay, Kevin. I see you like everything you see so far. So what I want to do is just ask your interest level from 1 to a 10. Where do you think you fit from 1 to a 10? Okay, don't jump the gun yet. The reason I'm asking this is just for communication purposes. Amber brought you here today. I don't want her for you to be a 2, and Amber mistakenly thinks you're an 8, and she starts bombarding you with text messages and bothering you. We want to keep that friendship. But at the same time, I don't want you to be an 8, and then Amber thinks you're a 2, and then she ignores you. You know? So what happens is that we just want a communication here. What do you think you fit so Amber can communicate with you the right way? A 7. You want to know what the beauty is with this? It doesn't matter what number he says. You say the same exact thing afterwards. You say the same exact thing. Oh, you're a 7? That's great, Kevin. A 7 means that you're business-minded. This is when you start stroking their ego. This is when you start stroking their ego, because it's not about we talk about edifying in this business a lot. It's not just about edifying your team, your business partners. You edify the prospect also. Now you start stroking ego. Oh, Kevin, you're a 7? Most business-minded people are 7s in this business. Why? It means that you're interested, but at the same time you want to learn more about this business. Business 101. Learn your business before you start your business. Right? Business 101. So Kevin, 2 things I recommend you do. All right? First thing, come out and see a full business presentation. On Tuesday we have an HBP. Thursday we have a UBP. Right now on Saturday we have a local event. If you want to check it out more and see it in depth, to see the people you're going to work with, and see the business info, come out and check out the presentation. What days are you free? Tuesday or Thursday? Thursday. You see what I did? Tuesday or Thursday. Right? Tuesday. You pick the day for them. You don't go, what day out of the month? Well, when are you free? Oh, I'm going to go home and check and ask my wife and then I'll find out. You're never going to hear from them. Tuesday or Thursday. You pick the day for them. Right? After that, okay. And the next thing, Kevin, in case you, I know you're a smart guy, I can tell by your gray hair. Okay? I can tell you by your gray hair, but you might have missed something here. All right, Kevin, you might have missed something here, and I don't want you to miss anything. I would like you to get 2 sets of eyes, 2 sets of ears, to come just evaluate this, look at this with you, and just to see if this is the right business fit for you, or it might be even the right fit for them. Right? Is that fair, just to do those 2 things? All right. Absolutely. Thank you very much.
There's about 6 people, I was thinking.
6 people. 6, great. If there's 6,
that might be interested.
if there's 6 people, we can sit down, we can give them calls, I'll teach you the ways to approach them and to ask them, to tell them about the business, and we can set up these meetings to get your business started right away. Bang! This is the key though. You see what Kevin just did? Some people do that. I have 6 people I want to talk to. You never let them leave that table without prepping them on how to approach people. Okay? You never I'm not going to let Kevin leave without telling them, oh, if you're interested, you want to get people introduced to this business, this is how you go about it. You don't let him go home and go about it, because he's going to start blabbering all types of crazy stuff. Right? Oh, there's this point system, and it's all over, and it's like, you got to get, no, it's going to mess it up. You teach him. You close with this, Kevin, okay? I know you're interested, you want to share it to people, but I compare this to martial arts for a second, okay? Right now, this is your first class. You're a white belt. If you went to 1 class of karate, you're going to go home and teach your relatives karate? No, one class. Right? Just bring them back to the black belts, and we'll take care of it for you. Same thing in this business. You don't want them to go and it's 1 class, after seeing it one time they're a white belt, they start teaching martial arts, opening up a school, right? You want to bring them back, teach them how to go and develop the relationship with people, how to bring it up to people, then bring it back, you take care of it, do the same exact thing, leads to 2 more people. Leads to 2 more people before you know it. You got a slew of people that are interested in the business, and then you can start weeding it out. You don't have to start begging people to get in. You can pick and choose the people that you want to get in. I promise you that there have been people that came and looked at this business that we didn't think was the right fit, and we did not let them join with our group. Because they weren't the right fit. They were negative about things, they were complaining about stuff, and this and that. They still wanted to do it. They wanted their spot in the business, and we wouldn't do that. And we refused to let them in the business. Okay? So this is the concept, guys. That makes sense? Thank you.